What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski and I'm back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And we just got some crazy news. At News O'Clock, version 7.3 is arriving on One Piece Treasure Cruise on the 8th of February at 2 AM PST time. Really looking forward to this. This is definitely one of the updates that a lot of people have been looking forward to, and a lot of people kind of predicted it was going to be coming around the anniversary. Now, version 7.3 introduces limit breaking. However, version 8.0 is when we get adventure mode, and on Japan, version 8.0 came out not very far off from when version 7.3 came out, so expect in about a month's time we're going to be getting adventure mode in version 8.0, so that's pretty cool. In this video though, I want to just overview limit breaking as a whole, how it works and what it looks like. Also at the end, after I explain all the stuff on global with the banner, I'll have a clip of me playing through the Japan account, and I'll show you guys exactly how it works on the Japan version of the game. So here we go, version 7.3.0, it adds the limit break feature, other minor fixes, don't really know what that entails really. It moves the shipyard to the bottom left of crew menu, and voyage log is moved to the others menu. So when I go through on the Japan version of the game, you guys will see the whole button layout, how it's changed a little bit. And then new limit break update celebration, log in to get guiding stones needed to limit break a character. You get 30 of the fragments, 10 crystals, and 2 jewels. Jewels are the really hard ones to get. You can only claim your gift once during the period. You can only claim one set. Red, I believe it goes red, blue, green, and then it's yellow and then purple. So basically when you log in after this update has gone live, you can choose to get either red, blue, green, yellow, or purple of either the 30 fragments, the 10 crystals, or the 2 jewels. So you can already go ahead and start limit breaking a character of your choice, or characters if you want to do multiple. But this amount of limit break stuff you can't really get that far onto a limit break tree with. You can only probably get to their first limit break ability, so it's nothing too crazy. So basically, choose a legend that you really like, or choose a character that you use a lot, or that is a really good character, and go ahead and use your limit break crystals on that. When limit breaking first came out on One Piece Treasure Cruise Japan, only a certain amount of legends were available for limit breaking, but eventually as more stuff comes out, I think like once a month, they bring out a new batch of limit break characters, which usually entails 1 or 2 legends getting a limit break. So if your favorite legend doesn't have a limit break at the moment, just wait on, because they will be getting a limit break hopefully sometime soon. Characters like Shirahoshi, Neko, Whitebeard, Hody, Mihawk. There's a lot of characters that don't get it at the very start, but legends will get it eventually. I know that the main ones that get it at the start are Magellan, version 2 Lucci, version 2 Law, version 2 Boa, Usopp, Akainu, Usopp, I think version 1 Fujitora as well, and there might be one more that I'm missing, but those characters were the first legends to get limit breaks. So if you have any of those characters, I would go ahead and try and limit break those guys. So make sure to choose the right color set of the crystals, otherwise, you know, you'll be stuck limit breaking a different character. So the event period goes for a week, so you have a week to log in and get the stuff, and it says once the update is completed, the mail will be choosing for when your guidance stones set. You have until the 28th of February to make your selection. Please be aware that if you fail to make your selection, you lose all your stuff. So make sure to go ahead and make that selection before the end date. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on some free limit break stuff, which is awesome. But if you click that little button, it takes you over on the news to version 7.3. What is limit break? It's a new power that surpasses the limit of your current ability. So when you limit break, you get upgrades such as stat boost, stronger captain abilities. You can also gain a new potential ability, which is what people call limit break abilities. Your characters will experience a boost in power. Power up with same characters from the same evolution chain, and one of your potential abilities will level up. So these limit break abilities, or what are they calling them? Potential abilities. The only way to level up these abilities, they're kind of like sockets. When you unlock it, you get one of it, and then in order to raise it up to level 5, which is the highest level that you can possibly get, you actually have to feed duplicates of the character in the same evolution line, or get tablets for that specific limit break ability in adventure mode. Now obviously we're not going to have adventure mode yet, so if you have dupes of a character that limit breaks, now remember it has to be in the same evolution line, meaning that you can't use like So just say for Usopp, Legend Usopp gets a limit break ability. You cannot use Golden Pound Usopp, feed into him, and get a limit break ability level up. You have to feed duplicate Legend Usopps in order to get the level up on his potential ability. However, as I said, you can get the tablets from Adventure Mode, which will be coming out maybe in about a month or two. So, you know, if you really want to level up their abilities, then you can do that as well. But it's not only rare recruit characters that get limit breaks. Free-to-play characters like Colosseums, Raids will also get limit break abilities, and you can use duplicates from those Raids or Colosseums in order to raise their limit break ability. So that is really, really nice as well. It says characters from a different evolution chain cannot be used. That's exactly what we're going for. So as you can see, 5+ Luffy does get a limit break straight away, and it says you can use all those 4 Luffys in order to raise his limit break ability because they are in the same evolution chain, but you cannot use Afro Luffy because he is not in the same evolution chain as 5+ Luffy. And it says the same potential abilities effects will vary from character to character. So this is also something as well, is that if 2 characters have the exact same limit break abilities, their levels might be different. So in this example here, slot bind resistance. So that's the Invasion Cavendish debuff where you can't use your orbs, your slots. Level 1 on this specific character reduces it by 2 turns, but level 1 on a different character reduces it by 5 turns. So limit break abilities are catered towards how badly that character kind of needs that ability. So some characters that really rely on orbs will most likely have a higher level of resistance against a slot bind. So that's really cool. How to limit break? You have to level up your character, so they have to be at level 99 in order for you to actually start limit breaking your characters. And it says limit breaks require mastery points. So basically the way it works is limit breaking is like a pathway, and in order to unlock the pathway, you have to use these potions to level up yourself throughout that pathway. A lot of the characters need, I think it's like 2 million points, which is pretty easy to get. You'll get a lot of potions, don't worry about that. Potions are not really a big issue. And then once you feed them the potions to unlock their pathway, you can then go ahead and use the crystals that you'll get from the mail in order to level up their abilities. So it says unlock each node. Get the necessary materials from various quests to limit break. So limit break is only available for certain characters, as we said before. Limit break differs for each character. Obviously that makes sense. Character stats will carry over when you limit break. Mastery points can be increased with specific materials. In a future update, mastery points may be possibly gained from certain quests. So this is talking about adventure mode, and it is saying in a future update. So version 8.0 will be coming relatively soon, and when you do adventure mode, characters that do get a limit break, and when you use that character in adventure mode, it will level up their mastery points, so you don't even need to use potions for them. Although they don't get that much mastery points from the adventure mode, but you know, it is still pretty cool, as you can still level their mastery points instead of using training potions, which is quite nice. It then says, future new items can be used to power up characters to level up potential abilities. This is talking about the tablets. So on this little banner here, you can see on the right hand side, there is a tablet with the meat and the little green circle on it. That is the anti-healing reduction. So that is a limit break ability, and you can drop those tablets from adventure mode, then use those tablets to level up the potential abilities of characters with a limit break. Available items for limit break or mastery points can be viewed on going to crew, limit break, select character, available materials. If no characters are available to limit break, items related to limit break cannot be viewed. The shipyard can be found by tapping on the icon, blah blah blah. The voyage log is in the others menu. And that's pretty much all the information that they've given us right now on limit break. Once the full limit break system has come out, I'll go over which characters are probably the best to limit break for you guys. But currently we can't view anything on limit break at the moment in the game, so that I don't really want to go into too much detail about it. But once the full version does come out, I'll be able to make a video on it as well. But now that I've basically gone through all this information for you guys, we'll go ahead and switch over to the Japan version of the game so I can show you guys how limit breaking actually looks and works in One Piece Treasure Cruise. Alright, so here we are now over on my Japan account, over on the Nox emulator, and I just kind of want to show you guys exactly how limit break works exactly. And for those of you guys who don't know, yes, I do have a Japan account, and I do play it not that frequently, but it is here. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and show you now the whole process of limit breaking and how it works and what it actually looks like in game. So in the previous clip we just talked about everything that's coming to global with the new version update. So now let's go ahead and jump into limit breaking. So before you actually jump into limit breaking, the buttons have moved slightly. So in the bottom right hand corner you can obviously see the Rayleigh shop is still there. On the left hand side, this new icon is now the new ship or the dock icon, where you find all the ships and you can level them up with cola. And over here now, in this button here, is now your limit break button. So if you click that, it will filter through all your characters, and whichever characters are highlighted, you can limit break those specific characters. So I really want to go to a character that I haven't limit broken yet, that I actually want to limit. Maybe this guy, okay, Ichiji, right? So this is the whole menu of what you'd see when you're going to limit break a character. So here we have the limit break path that you need to unlock using potions. I've already used potions to fully unlock his limit break path, and you can see I've done a little bit of limit breaking to him thus far. I've unlocked these 3 nodes here. Now, in order to unlock all of these nodes to get to your max limit break, you can click that and click this button down the bottom, and it shows you exactly the buffs that they'll be getting when you max limit break this character. So this is their health increase, this is their attack increase, their recovery increase, this is an extra socket, and I believe this is cooldown reduction as well. This adds a sailor ability, and I believe these are limit break abilities. I do believe so. So we can go ahead and do that if we really want to. And down below all of that, you guys can see these are the exact limit break crystals you need in order to require you to get him to your max limit break. Now you see you need 43, 23, 2, 10, and 7 of each of these specific crystals. Now, if we only wanted to go just to the cooldown reduction and you click that, you can see what you get from just going to that specific area, and these are the specific crystals you need for that specific part of the limit break. But I actually do want to go ahead and limit break this character because he's absolutely exceptional, especially because I have Judge on this account. So let's go ahead and do that, and you'll see the animation here of what happens when you max limit break a character. It unlocks now, so that now this specific item here is a limit break ability, and this specific node here is also a limit break ability. So if we go ahead and hover over our character here, this is now our brand new Ichiji. So you can see he does get that extra socket, and he does get the new limit break abilities. Now there is a ton of different limit break abilities, and each character has different respective abilities. Even characters with the same ability might not have the same sort of degree of their difficulty of their ability. So you can see here with this is the enrage ability of Ichiji, and enrage ability means that if your crew gets hit, then this character gets an extra additional attack boost in the following turn. So if this character is hit, then he gains an additional 100 attack in the next turn if you do get that at max limit break at level 5. Now in order to get it to level 5, you have to use the specific tablets that you can drop from adventure mode to potentially increase the level of this ability, or you can feed duplicate characters of Ichiji to himself, and that gives you a guaranteed level up on either one of these random limit break abilities. He also has the anti-slot bind reduction ability, which is a really good ability, especially for the Germa 66 team. So at max limit break at level 5, 8, so it reduces it by 8 turns, the slot bind reduction, which is really strong. That's really, really high. I believe there are some characters that might completely resist it. I don't remember exactly. And he also gets the additional sailor ability. He already had the natural one that makes Psi Orbs beneficial to himself, but he also gets an additional one. It's plus 50 maybe attack to strength characters. I think that's the strength icon. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So that's basically the whole process of limit breaking. However, if we go to another example, perhaps like a legend that I haven't done, so Blackbeard, for example, right? So Blackbeard has a much larger pathway in order to get him to max limit break. So you can see I don't even have enough crystals to get him to max limit break. So if you scroll down the bottom here, it shows what I'm missing. So I'm missing 5 of these specific crystals and 2 of these specific crystals. We probably could have done it, but we used the red ones for Ichiji just before. I actually want to go ahead and limit break the other the other German unit, this guy, Yonji. Unfortunately, I don't have the stuff to max limit break him, but I can get his additional socket, which is nice. Actually, we need to level up his potions. So I guess this is a good time to show off the potions, because I still didn't show that yet. So you need to use these potions in order to actually unlock the rest of the pathway for this character. So you can see that he needs 2 million proficiency or mastery points, I believe they're calling it now, in order to get him to his max limit break. So we can use different potions to get him to a certain pathway, a certain amount that we need in order to get him to max limit break. So I want to make sure I don't waste any, and that'll get him to his max 2 million. So we do that, and now we can actually go ahead and max limit break him. So let's go ahead and do that as well. That'll be awesome. So he gets this much health increase, attack increase, recovery slot, and cooldown. Sailor ability is plus 100 for something, and these are his limit break abilities as well. And then we can go ahead and do that. And now he is now max limit break. Unfortunately, I am missing Niji, the blue German unit. So would really love to get him, but unfortunately, I am missing him at the moment. So he does get, I believe that, yeah, that's quick damage reduction. So when you level this up to level 5, he has 5% damage reduction for your crew against quick units, which is really nice. And then you have the anti-slot bind reduction by 8 turns. So all the German units will have that, which is really, really nice. So that's awesome. So that's basically all I really wanted to show you guys, just how it actually works in game. Obviously in Japan, and it's going to have the Japanese writing, but when it comes to global, it's all going to be fully translated, and there's going to be lots of tips menus that comes up when you first enter limit breaking as well, that'll also help you along the way. I'm planning to upload more content on limit breaking as it comes out, because there is definitely, like, some characters are worth limit breaking, and there are definitely characters that are probably ones you'd want to skip. Not every character is worth a limit break, and some characters that you think are really bad right now get really good due to limit breaking. Like, ideally, Streaming Wolf Sword Zoro or Lion Song Zoro. He's really strong because he gets a really cool sailor ability, even though Akainu teams aren't really that strong in the Japanese meta right now. Lion Song Zoro does help out in certain circumstances and stuff like that, and you know, some characters get really, really substantial cooldown reduction, like Legend Bartolomeo. When his limit break eventually gets released, he gets a really, really sizable cooldown reduction, which is nice. And I believe the Sai version 1 Lore Legend also gets a pretty sizable cooldown reduction as well. So there's lots to look forward to in limit breaking in One Piece Treasure Cruise. As I said, when more stuff comes out for it, I'll be making sure to make some videos for you guys, so you guys know which units are worth limit breaking or not, because some units get some pretty crazy limit breaks. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to smack the like button down below. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.